freshman friend group is a crazy phenomenon. Don't think that because you're missing one event that you're missing all of college. Sometimes you go to the party and it's boring. Get out there and exercise if you don't want to get that freshman 15. Just because you don't have a whole bunch of friends doesn't mean the world is collapsing in on you. If you ain't got nobody to tell you, I'm going to tell you. Hey y'all, so my name is LISSA. If you saw the title of the video, then you should already know that we're talking college advice, specifically for freshmen. I took notes on my phone so I know exactly what I want to talk about and so I don't get lost in like my train of thought or whatever. A lot of this I want to say that I'm going to talk about, I would say that it is common knowledge, pretty much. There's a lot of this I'm going to tell you and you're going to be like, girl, I could have did that myself, or I've been on that, or maybe your family already talked about it with you before you left for college. However, if you ain't got nobody to tell you, I'm going to tell you. First piece of advice for me, stay grounded in who you are. That is so important. I will say that when you go to college, it's going to be a bunch of new people, a bunch of new experiences, and just like, let's just say a lot of new shiny new toys, okay? There's going to be a lot of things that'll catch your eye, and there might be a lot of things that you said you were never going to do that you end up doing. But just try to keep an open mind about everything, but also don't get too caught up. Stay with me now. So I would say, like, when it comes to values, morals, faith, and the type of person you want to be, just don't lose sight of that when you get to college. Like, if you're somebody who's religious, like I'm Christian, then maybe something that you should take into account is like, oh, hey, okay, when I go to campus, I'm going to do campus activities. I'm going to join different groups, but maybe one of the groups that you could join could be like a Christian group, you know? So you have somebody to do Bible study with. Or if you're still doing Bible study with like your group back home, that's good too. But I would say finding a Christian community or friends who are also Christian or share like a same like faith that can help you stay strong in your faith, because it is very easy to get caught up in some of the things that happen at college and then kind of, you know, like lose your sense of faith. So I would say that's something very important. Don't forget your morals. Don't forget, like, these are the things that I said I wouldn't do no matter what. The truth is, when you first start college, you're still figuring yourself out. Like, you're meeting new people, you're trying new things. There's a lot of experience and freedom, and there's a lot of firsts that come with college. It's completely normal to grow and change, okay? Don't let anybody tell you any different. Don't be afraid of change. Like, if there is certain things that you know you need to grow and work on, don't be afraid to grow and work on those things. But also, don't lose sight of yourself as a person, you know? Because you can definitely change for the negative and not grow for the positive. Stay with me now. Just know that growth is normal, but also make sure that you're making the right decisions for you. Decisions that will impact you positively and not negatively. And if you do make a decision that impacts you negatively, make it something you learn from and not something you repeat, okay? That's honestly one of the biggest parts of college, growing and changing. Nobody's going to remind you to stay on top of things. College is going to be one of the first times in your life where there's going to be no one telling you like what to do every single day. There's going to be no mom and dad telling you to get up and make that bed. There's not going to be no mom and dad telling you you have to go to school, you have to go to class. There's going to be nobody reporting on you if you miss a class or skip class or anything like that. You have to take responsibility for yourself in college. You have to say, hey, I'm going to get up and I'm going to study. You have to say, hey, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make sure I'm eating well. You have to say, hey, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to that gym so my body stays T, so I'm healthy. You know, like that type of thing. I would say one of my best pieces of advice is to make sure that you have no classes on Friday, because listen, honey, the weekend in college basically starts on Thursday. I'm not saying that means you should be partying Thursday night, but I'm saying by Thursday night, we need to be, you know, wrap up that homework so that on Friday, if you want to go out, if you want to work, a lot of college students, you know, they end up working on the weekend because during the week is super busy. All I'm saying is make sure that that schoolwork or whatever is all wrapped up in the week. If it's going to be from Monday to Friday, that's cool, but make sure it's wrapped up, because having your weekends, you know, do things like your laundry, work, go out is very important. Time management is important, but everybody does things differently. Listen, I did my assignments on the weekend sometimes and I didn't care. I did majority of my schoolwork during the week, but do I do assignments on the weekends sometimes? Yes. So it's all about finding a system that works for you. It's about keeping that balance, that equilibrium. All right. First of all, number one thing to remember, nobody has college all figured out, all right? Nobody has college all figured out. If you're an incoming freshman, this is your first time on campus, congratulations on going to college. And I know that seeing everybody, you know, in their new friend groups and everything can be a little like nerve-wracking or whatever, but nobody has college all figured out. And just remember that even if people seem like they have it all together, most of them don't. Like the incoming people, they don't. People are still figuring out where the classes are, the dining halls are, who their friends are, things like that. Like nobody knows every single thing about the college, no matter how many tours you go on or whatever. If you're new to that area, if you're new to that place, it's gonna take you a little while to learn and adjust to it. Keep that in mind. Number 2, you don't have to go to every event. FOMO is very real, okay? I've experienced it myself. FOMO is just fear of missing out, in case anybody doesn't know. But I can say I've experienced it myself, you know? Like, everybody's like, oh my God, there's this new party, there's this new event. I have to go. The truth is, you don't need to go to every single one. It's not necessary, babe. There's not enough hours in the week to go to everything. I'm not saying you should go to nothing, but I'm saying spend your time wisely, all right? Allocate the time and make sure, okay, this is my time for studying. When all my homework and I've studied and I went to work and did what I had to do, is all that's out the way, then you can say, hey, okay, you know, I have some time on my schedule to, you know, I can go to this event, I can go to this function. That's good. But I will say it is possible to go to everything and get all your work done, but there will be some strain. Don't let nobody tell you that you can go to everything and do every assignment and every quiz and every test you'll be prepared for, but you're going out all the time. Going out all the time and getting your work done all the time, it can be really stressful. Things or experiences that I thought I was missing out on, but sometimes you go to the party and it's boring. Sometimes you go to the frat and it's boring. Sometimes you go to the dirty and it's you're bored out of your mind. So all I can say is make sure your work is done. So when you go to the party or you go to the function or you go to the activity or you go to the trip or you go have side quests with your friend, make sure the work is done before all of that. So that if you do go, at least it was worth something, that you were all set, your work was done, and you're not at the function thinking I could have been doing my work and making sure that everything was good with me, but I'm here looking like a dummy. What? That doesn't even make sense. Don't think that because you're missing one event that you're missing all of college. Don't get that sort of idea into your head. Or don't think that if I'm missing this one event that I missed everything and everybody had a great time. Sometimes people hype things up to be more than they are. Just keep that in mind. Number 3, your first friends probably won't be your forever friends. I'm gonna keep it a buck. In college, you know, you'll go to orientation and you know, you'll meet people and it'll be nice, and you might meet one person, maybe 2 people. You might meet a group of people and think, oh my gosh, these are my besties, we locked in for life. Beware of the freshman friend group. It's a crazy phenomenon. Listen, by the end of that freshman year, you'll be wondering why you ever told those people your business. You'll be wondering why you ever let those people in your dorm. You'll be wondering why you didn't see the signs earlier. Now, I'm not saying it happened to me. I didn't really have a freshman friend group per se. I met one person and I stuck with that person. That's something I will also say. Just because you don't have a whole bunch of friends doesn't mean the world is collapsing in on you, or that you're boring or you're a loser or your personality is not good enough to attract a whole bunch of people. Sometimes attracting one real one is better than attracting 10 fake people. I promise you. And also, just because you're in a friend group, keep in mind, you shouldn't be telling everybody your business. That's not. And also beware of who you are telling your business. Just because you just met these people and you all have something in common doesn't mean that you should automatically tell everyone everything. Just saying. Because one thing about college, that reputation is important. Once that reputation is gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. There's some classes you can fail and retake, but once your reputation is gone, baby, I don't know how you're gonna get that back. Not saying you should fail a college class if it cannot be avoided. Or if you can withdraw, take that W. Take that W on that transcript. That's better than F. Mind you, take everything I say with a little grain of salt as well. Everything applies within certain situations. People grow and interests change and shift, And people experience life, and then all of a sudden they might be acting brand new to you as a friend. But just keep in mind that that person that you met in orientation or wherever on campus in your freshman year, that might not be your friend on graduation day. And that's okay. It is what it is. And remember that not everybody that smiles in your face is your friend. Not everybody is genuine like that. Not everybody that you think you have a whole bunch of things in common with is your friend. And I will also say that quality is definitely better than quantity when it comes to friends. Having good friends, friends that support you, friends that push you to your goals, friends that, you know, help you become a better person overall, or friends that have goals and things that align with yours, you know, or morals that having friends that have morals that align with yours. That's definitely important. Number 4, go places even if you're alone. Stop. Wait, I know this sounds crazy, but listen, I'm not saying go places at night alone. That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to on-campus events, you know, as a freshman, if you want to meet people or just if you want to do things, you know, you're going to have to put yourself out there eventually, you know? It's very hard to be cooped up in your dorm room or to be a commuter and think you're going to make friends if you're not going out a little bit and putting in the time. I'm not saying you can't be friends with, you know, your roommates or your suite mates or whatever. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying sometimes roommates and suite mates are just that. Sometimes they're just your roommates and suite mates. Or sometimes they can become your friends. But unless you become friends with your roommates and suite mates, you gotta go out there and look for some friends. You gotta talk to people. Especially as a freshman, you never know who you might meet. A lot of people surprise you, you know? You don't judge people off looks because people really can surprise you. I would say, you know, go to a football game, go to a basketball game, go to different activities around campus. If they're having a bowling night, paintball, I don't know what they be doing. If they're having an ice skating night and you know you can find a ride, go. You never know who you might meet there. Gotta take a chance, man. I would say go to homecomings, go to tailgates, go to a football or basketball game, attend organizational meetings, go to different organizations. And I cannot stress this enough. Don't wait on people to go to things, because a lot of people will be shy to go to the events, like, oh no, I don't want to go. What if there's not a lot of people there? What if the function is dead? If you want to go, man, and you have a way to get there and back safely, if it's an event on campus or whatever, and you want to go, you want to meet people, or if you want to experience whatever's going on at that event, then just go. It won't hurt you. But just don't be afraid to go places alone. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're a freshman, there's probably other freshmen there who don't know anybody else either. Like, keep that in mind. Especially if it is an event for freshmen. Like, there's probably other people there that don't know anybody else that is looking to make friends too. And you probably have some common interests. And you could probably end up making a friend, depending on if you say, like, let me just give this a chance. And yes, sometimes it can be awkward to go to, like, an event or activity by yourself as a freshman. But girl, put on your big girl panties. Like, go outside. You might meet somebody. You know, you might make a new friend. I would say college is the easiest place to meet people if you actually put yourself out there. Also, either have a job on campus or have a skill on campus, okay? Either find a job that's not too far, that's convenient, and that pays decently, or nails, hair, barber, like learn how to cut hair. Learn how to cook something up and sell some plates, because listen, you're gonna need that bread in college. You're gonna need that money to get you through. You're gonna need that money so you can buy toilet paper, tissue, any extra necessities that you might need. Listen, when them dining dollars run out, you're gonna wish you had some money. Anyways, also, please put the DoorDash down. Put the DoorDash down. Put the Uber Eats down. Put all of that down. Put any food service that you have to pay for, put it down. Because that will run your pockets the quickest in college. I can't tell you how many people on campus spend their last to get food. No. And if you really don't want to eat the food at the dining hall, that's okay. Cook something at your dorm if you can. Ask if your mom or dad can drop something off. Like, We gotta figure out a way. But all I'm saying is, if you wanna, you know, order out food, if you wanna order food from outside, that's cool. But you can't do it all the time. It is not practical. It's going to run your pockets. Number 5, protecting your peace. What can I say about this? Hold on. Peer pressure. Everybody experiences peer pressure at one point or another, whether it's drinking, smoking, hookups, things like of that nature. All I can really say is just remember what you really want to do. Remember what your morals are like. Don't let people make you feel guilty about having boundaries, okay? Set your boundaries and tell people right away. That is very important. Do not set boundaries and then let people push you over them, push you out of your boundaries or over your boundaries, whatever. And then later on, be like, oh no, but this is my boundary. A lot of people, if you set the boundaries in the first place, when something initially happens, they will respect that and leave it there. And if they don't, that's a red flag. If you do decide to drink or smoke or be sexually active or anything like that, just be safe and be mindful of who you are around. When you're doing those things, you have to be aware of what's going on. And please don't drink the jungle juice at the parties. Just don't do it. You don't know what they put in it. Girl, you know your parents won't like that. Most of our parents anyway. But it's really not safe to be drinking jungle juice and you don't know what is in the drink. Like that's really unsafe, I'm not gonna lie. If you pre-gamed before the party, that's different because you know what's in that. But drinking something from people you don't know, nah, Dolly, we don't do that over here. You're literally risking your life when you drink something and you don't know what somebody put in it. What if they roofie you? And I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's my friend, they would never do that. Oh, it's a girl gave it to me, she would never do that. Oh, this is my friend and he's a guy, but he would never do that. We close. I've known him for mad years. Don't let you be wrong that one time. Don't let you say, hey, let me take this drink from somebody. I didn't see where it came from. I don't know what they did to it. Or let me take the jungle juice. I don't know what's in it. Don't let it be that one time you say, oh, it's probably fine. Because that might be the time that you get caught up and something happens to you. You never know. So the best thing to do is just to take caution. If you're going to drink what you know is in it. Know your limits and stay with people that you trust. So rule of thumb in college is if I go to a party with these group of people, then we are going to leave together. So the people you go with to the party is the people you leave the party with. For example, if you're going out as a group, it's a group of girls. If it's a group of 5 of you guys, and let's just say 2 people want to leave, just let the other 3 know. You 2 leave, and that's good. Okay? But also, what you don't want to do is 5 people go to a party, 4 people say we want to leave 1 person. That's where it gets a little dangerous. Usually, especially with girls, if you're leaving, then you leave with at least one other person that you came with, or the whole group leaves. But if one person is obviously very drunk, don't leave them by themselves because that is madness. Or check up on them and make sure that they got home, or make sure they got back to the dorm, home, dorm, whatever. It's all the same. After a while, you're gonna start calling your dorm your home, your house, your apartment. But yeah, rule of thumb, the people you come with is the people you leave with. Or you leave with at least one other person that you came with. Simple as that. And you communicate with the group. If 2 people is leaving, then you communicate with the others that were leaving. If 3 people, you communicate. The most important thing going out as a group is communicating when like people are breaking off and decide to leave and people want to stay. Make sure that you check back in on those people, that the people that stayed at the party and left later on, make sure that those people got home safely. Text them, call them, check on them, see that everything's good, because that's a very important part of being a good friend and a good human, in my opinion. Making sure that your friends, came and left to the party safely. Predators are real, and if you're not careful, something very bad can happen to you. So all I'm gonna say is that, if you have a designated driver for the night, if you see that person drinking, that's when you need to stop drinking and consider getting another ride for the night. Because once your non-drinking designated driver starts drinking, is now compromised, you need to think about how that affects your safety. Me personally, I'm not getting in no car with somebody that I know been drinking and is supposed to be this sober designated driver. Because number 1, that's irresponsible. Number 2, do you think that they were thinking about your life when they started drinking that drink? No. 6. social media isn't real. It's not real, y'all. It's like a highlight reel of all the good moments, the parties, the events, the going out, the hype of it all, the side quests. But all those things you see on social media is all, most of it is all the best parts, okay? But nobody shows you the studying, nobody shows you the stress, nobody shows you how hard some people have to work just to be there. Like all that behind the scenes stuff, like a lot of people sometimes are struggling and going through things more than you know. So if you can, check up on your friend every once in a while, ask them if they're okay, even though every minute they're saying they're fine, because sometimes people be there suffering. On social media, everything will seem like sunshine and rainbows, but in real life it's going down, and not in a good way. One time or another, we're all gonna struggle in college with something. So you just have to remember that your college experience might look different than somebody else's, and that's okay. Number 7, prioritize your academics and your health. That's not even. So that's. Where was I? Number 7, stay in that gym, babe. Walking across campus is not enough. And a lot of y'all be riding the scooters around campus if you have a really big campus. I see a lot of people do that. So if you're always riding that scooter, how are you getting exercise? Exactly. Go to that gym. Go to a Pilates class on campus. Go to a yoga class on campus. I don't care what you do, but you need to do some physical activity. Or, I'm in a dance group on campus, so if you can, join a dance group on campus, and that'll help you get some cardio in at least. Freshman 15 is real. You have to get out there and exercise if you don't want to get that freshman 15. I didn't get no freshman 15, but I got a cool freshman 9-10. So I was close. I was in that range. Let me tell you, college will make you gain a few pounds if you let it. And sometimes that's not a bad thing, gaining a little weight. But be sure to work that weight back off. Be sure to get to the gym and work that weight back off, because you are growing into your adult body. So if you gain a little weight, hey, that's okay. But also remember to exercise and take care of yourself. Nobody's going to hold your hand in college, especially your professors. They're not going to tell you to put in your assignments. If you forget to hand in your assignment, your professor's probably not even going to notice all the hundreds of assignments that professors be having to grade. Listen, nobody got time to chase after you. So you better make sure that you study and prepare for their quizzes so you can pass or get a decent grade at least. And you better make sure to hand in those assignments on time. A lot of professors do not play about that. Actually, office hours are important, especially if you're struggling in the class. Office hours can be the difference between passing and failing. Let me elaborate. A lot of the times when professors see like students struggling, but they see that, hey, okay, this student, they come to my office hours, they put in the time, they put in the work, I can tell that they're trying their hardest, that if it's just 1% that you need to pass the class, maybe they'll give it to you if you email them saying, hey, professor, I've been coming to your office hours, I've been trying, I've been putting in the work, I've been studying with the tutors at the library, but it's just not, clicking for me. They might just have a little pity on you and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you that 1%. I'm going to give you that 0.5% so you can pass this class. But if you need like 20-30% to pass the class, just stop playing in that professor's face. They're probably not going to give it to you. Or maybe if you're lucky, they'll give you extra credit. If you're lucky. It is also very important, if you're struggling, to speak up. Go to your professor. Go to those office hours, okay? Office hours can be very helpful. You can get more one-on-one with your professor. Because it's, it can be a little difficult when there's a whole bunch of students in the classroom for the professor to give individual attention. Or go to the library and, get that tutoring in with your individual tutor. Whether it's online tutoring or in-person tutoring, book that tutoring session. You never know. That could be the difference between a pass and a fail sometimes on a test or an exam or anything else. You can reach out to like a classmate sometimes. You could do like student study groups. So if you want to study with your peers, that's also a really great way of learning. And I feel like the best way to learn is to try to study with people who are smarter than you. You shouldn't always be the smartest person in the room, because that means you're not really learning anything. I'm gonna keep it above. I'm gonna be honest with you. The best thing to do is always be in a room with somebody who's smarter than you, so you're learning from them. Number 8. Take pictures, record videos, make memories, because one day you're going to want to look back on all of that. Most of us, when we're coming into college, we're 7 or 18, 19, and you're only that age once. So live in the moment, have fun, but also don't spend all of your time on your phone looking back at all the old memories. Live in the moment and make new memories, because that's what college is all about. Memories, fun, schoolwork, getting that degree. Some people in college graduate in 4 years and some people take more time. But just remember that college isn't a race. It's just about, completion, getting that degree at the end. Number 10, your college experience is what you make it. You don't have to party every weekend at college to have a good experience. Some of my favorite moments was just random, going to random events on campus and late night food runs with my friends, doing random side quests with my friends. Everything doesn't have to be a party. Remember, college isn't about doing what everybody else is doing. It's about doing stuff that is fulfilling to you so you can make memories that you look back on and you enjoy and that you enjoy in the moment. In closing, just remember at the end of the day, your college experience is your own. Just give yourself grace and put yourself out there, and remember that your college experience doesn't have to look like everybody else's. All right, I just realized I forgot to record an ending to my video. So I just wanted to say I hope you guys all took something from this or learned something from this. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye!